Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Washington Nationals March to October, and this could be it. We have built up a 3-0 lead in the World Series versus the Yankees, and we have a chance today to sweep it. We have 2 more home games left, but hopefully it's only going to take the one, and things are lining up pretty good for us because it's a tie game. We're already in the 6th inning. The way things happen to shape up here in the postseason, we happen to have our ace on the mound, even though he's a 76 compared to the rest of that rotation. He was our best pitcher in the regular season. So let's go ahead and get into it here. We got game 4 here, going for the sweep. I don't plan on playing a game 5. We're going to get it done right here. Let's go into it. We have Josiah Gray pitching right now. Still, they have a runner on. It's the top of the order. We want to win it at home here because as far as I remember, in 2019, the Nationals wrapped up that World Series in Houston, so we weren't able to do it in front of the home crowd. It's 3 hits to 2 hits so far. It is a pitcher's duel. They have, they're throwing Carlos Rodon back out there. He pitched game 1 though, didn't he? I mean, I guess if he's gassed, he's still throwing pretty good here. 9 strikeouts, no walks, only the 3 hits. 2 of our 3 hits though are from Keibert Ruiz, and he's stolen a base. This is like the Keibert Ruiz game if he could just like push a run across. Gray's got a lot of energy left though, so I don't plan on taking him out here, and I don't really plan on taking him out for a couple innings ideally. Wait, that must be okay. I was gonna say there's no way a guy with 17 speed is just taking off there. And we get LeMahieu striking out on 3 straight. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted him to make contact so he could get a double play, because now we gotta face Judge with a runner on. Oh, we can't throw a strike to Judge. See, we can't, like, do that because Stanton's up next. It's not like you're walking Judge to get to a much weaker hitter. There we go. Whiffed on that. All right, come on. Curveball gets Judge. Are you kidding me? Back from being down 3-0 and we strike him out to end the inning. I have never seen this animation yet. Maybe I just don't let it play out, but that's a cool little screen. Transition screen here. It's got me hyped up for the bottom of the 6th. Let's do some damage. And there we go. A leadoff walk. Get our speed on first. I think that's the first walk for Rodon there, and it was my first at bat, or plate appearance. And he's still throwing balls. He's scared of everybody. Oh, don't give him the call. Come on. Oh, that one got me. Nothing but fastballs. Then he breaks off a circle change. All right. Gonna have to have only one runner on for Meneses. And this is the time. Joey Meneses has not delivered in the postseason, especially against lefties. But that was his thing in the regular season. He's got a chance here. No shot. That I just missed that. That, you could not ask for a better pitch. I timed it up. I just got too far under it. That can't happen, dude. That is the lead. With Meneses, of all people, even that should be a good enough swing to do damage. Candelario, get over his head. It's not. I thought he hit that so much harder. I actually thought off the bat that had a chance of leaving. I can't believe we didn't do something that inning between the pitches that, or the pitch that Meneses saw and then that swing from Candelario. Stanton down on strikes again. 95 up and in was too much for him. All right. How many times have we sat down both Judge and Stanton back to back like that? Lane Thomas will get to that. Who needs a good jump out there and right? Broken bat. Candelario's there. 7 shutout innings for Josiah Gray. I might call it there for him, but we'll have to see. Oh no, come on. Not a 1-pitch out. We gotta get Carlos Rodon here gassed so that they take him out and we can see one of those pitchers that they keep throwing out there every time. He's still got a lot of energy left too. Man, he threw nothing but fastballs that at bat. I was expecting something else by that point. If I would have turned on it, if I would have been ready for it, that would have been a good pitch to hit. Dickerson, that was hit pretty good. That is going to get down. That'll be a double. Lefty, 2-out double for Corey Dickerson. All right, we're still alive this inning. Wish he could have gotten a little bit more under that and just sent it out. That's a perfect. Man, that's not going anywhere, though. Abrams has no power against lefties. I'm just surprised they made a perfect swing on that. Man, that kind of sucks, though. You'd hope that was more of a line drive, and then that could have driven Dickerson in. I don't know. Maybe we just want to make it more dramatic. Maybe the guys just want one more walk-off win in the postseason. I'm sticking with Gray. He's got enough energy. He'll give us the 8th. Maybe not. That was hit pretty hard. We don't want leadoff base hits like that. Yep, nope, no chances in the World Series like that. You give up a hit that hard this deep into a start, you're done. So we'll get Carl Edwards Jr. into this one. There we go. That is a nice weak pop fly, keeping him at first base. Man, why has Jose Trevino caused so much trouble out of the 9-hole? He went to third. Why didn't I just throw it to third? That was pretty stupid of me. That would have been an easy out at third if I just threw it there. Oh, nice. That is a huge strikeout right there. 3-2 count. He just barely couldn't hold up on the slurve. Now we have to get LeMahieu here because we know who's next. Abrams, you better not mess this one up. He's got it there, and we got out of it. Edwards got out of it. Still tied at 0, heading into the bottom of the 8th. Mr. Clutch coming up here. Lefty, though. Oh, and I was just under that. I just barely didn't get the PCI up high enough. Top of the order, though, now. Lane Thomas, Victor Robles, better against lefties. And then, obviously, Meneses. Ooh, I do have the feeling, though, that if we get one of these two guys on, they're probably going to take Carlos out. Come on, I gotta adjust to that. Oh! Lane Thomas! There's the Lane Thomas moment that we've been waiting all year for. It comes in potentially the final game of the entire season. But Lane Thomas goes deep, breaking the scoreless tie here in the 8th inning. 411, the perfect. It's his first homer of the postseason also. He was batting like 140. Maybe the worst player so far in the postseason for us. And he comes through in the biggest spot. That ball was absolutely destroyed also. I'm sitting here trying to remember, and I think I've said it before. I really don't think I've had a big Lane Thomas swing like that all year. I don't know if I've hit any of his home runs. Nothing. And of course, it's in the clinching game of the World Series that he makes that swing. So we're getting a new look. Of course, it's Ron Marinaccio again because they always have to go to the same guy first out of the pen. Still has 2/3 of his energy, though. Oh, we rolled over that one, so that's going to be out number 2. But we get Meneses one more at bat here to make a difference here. Oh, and he got a perfect. Go ball. Come on. We got one with Meneses also. 2 of our top home run hitters of the regular season. And it took them all the way until the 8th inning of Game 4 of the World Series to each get their first homers of the postseason. That is a huge insurance run, though. I can't even stress how big of a run that is because the part of the order that we have to face is Judge and Stanton. But now we have 2 runs. And Candelario, I went first pitch swinging there. But we did our damage. It's all going to be up to Scott Effross to close this one out. We've trusted him a couple of times to face this spot of the order already in this series. And he only has to do it one more time. And that is one pitch to sit down Aaron Judge on the pop fly. And there goes Stanton on a slider. They have done nothing to us in this series. Come on, Effross, one more. Mow him down. There's strike 1. Perfectly placed. Strike 2 with the slider. He didn't know what he wanted to do. I'm going back to that again. He's going to let it fly. He did swing. That's to Garcia. Mr. Clutch with the most clutch out of the season. I cannot believe this. We did it. We actually did it. The first episode of this run was titled Worst to First. At no point in my thoughts about this whole series did I think that that would happen in year 1. We actually did go from worst to first in one season, capping it all off with a World Series sweep against the Yankees. Man, and even though we're sitting here having just won the World Series, the most prevalent feeling I have is that we are just getting started with this team. Ever since about the 90 to 100 game mark of the year when we were still below 500, I've been thinking about this upcoming offseason and I was getting excited about it, and I've had to stifle that all through this postseason run. So now that we've actually done it, we won the World Series, we wrapped it up, man, I'm hungry for more. This is about to be a dynasty. What a run though, guys. Seriously, what a run. This honestly has to be, of all the March to Octobers I've done and all the individual seasons, this is probably my favorite season I've ever had a March to October in. From the hot, unexpected start we got off to then going unbelievably cold and dropping under 500 past the All-Star break after the draft, the first year player draft, it said we were in danger. It already put us in danger at the halfway mark of the season. And how we responded to that was just by going on an absolute tear in the remainder of the season. I swear we had to have won like 30 of our last 35 games or something like that in the regular season, locking up that wild card spot, and then not even facing an elimination game in our postseason run. I mean, in the nature of a rebuild, this team is going to look very different going forward, even just next season. But what this team did and what this roster did here in year one, we're not going to forget these guys anytime soon. Oh, and man, it's been so long since we've seen this graph. Look at that graph, just like how I was talking about how crazy hot we finished the regular season there. We had an A+ grade of unbelievable. I don't even know if I've seen that before. We do have one last thing that I want to do before this episode ends. There's a lot of things, mostly just like seasonal awards that you can't see from any of the March to October screens. So the final act of this first season of the March to October, I'm going to click continue in franchise. Now don't worry, the March to October is still going to be intact. Obviously, we're moving into multiple seasons of this, but by hitting continue in franchise here, we get to see who won regular season awards and all that. So one last look here at the playoff tree. We went, what would that record be across all of our games? Is that 13-3? We went 13-3 to win the World Series. I mean, I wouldn't describe any of our wins. Not a single one of those 13 wins would be dominant, but when you say a 13-3 record, that's dominance. 1.13 was our collective team ERA throughout that postseason run in 16 games. This might be the craziest stat. We had 8 shutouts. 8 of our 13 wins in the postseason were shutouts. All right, but now let's go on to the awards, and we'll look at Players of the Month awards first, see if we got any of these throughout the year. So for April, we had Cade Cavalli was the Rookie of the Month, and those can't be the correct numbers there. He was not 0-14. Nobody in May, nobody in June or July. August, we had Pitcher of the Month and Player of the Month. And then in September, Cade Cavalli was straight up Pitcher of the Month, so then obviously he had to be Rookie of the Month. I wouldn't be surprised if Cavalli ends up being Rookie of the Year. I don't think we saw that throughout the postseason popping up anywhere. All right, so let's go into the main awards here, and I think it's going to pop up showing World Series MVP first, so I guess we'll just have to look at that first. So World Series MVP. I know the game always gives it to hitters. It should go to probably Gray, Adone, Strasburg, any of the pitchers, really. I can't think of who had a good World Series specifically. Maybe Dickerson? And it went to Jeimer Candelario. Sure, why not? Didn't drive in a single run, but he batted .357. So how about postseason MVP as a whole? I am guessing Luis Garcia, because I think he had 3 homers, which would tie the team lead. I think he was also batting like .290. And yep, oh, he batted, oh no, wait, no, this isn't right. These are the stats pre-final game. So actually, oh wait, no, because it does say it to the left that they won the award. So I guess that is locked in then. All right, so how about regular season MVP awards. I don't remember. I mean, it was so long ago now that the regular season happened, so I don't remember who else was that good in the NL. I remember Acuna was having a really good year, so he could have gotten it. Meneses has got to be in there too, although I feel like we would have seen it pop up on the bottom of the screen at some point saying that he won the MVP award. So what do we got? MVP of the regular season, it was Joey Meneses. So why didn't that pop up? With all the at-bats that we got from him, you'd think it would have popped up in the bottom right saying he was the MVP. So he did it, man. We had the NL MVP. 44 homers, 332 average. Maybe Acuna wasn't as good as I thought because he wasn't even top 3. All right, what about Cy Young? I mean, we could have Josiah Gray in contention there. 3.10 ERA, I think it was, with like 250 strikeouts. Who do we got here? No, we didn't have him. Okay, we didn't have anybody at the top 3. Max Fried won it. Oh yeah, and how about AL? I forgot to look at that. AL MVP was Ohtani. Good. Maybe they're finally factoring in that he's a hitter and a pitcher. Jordan, though, with 50 homers, and then Trout with a 345 40 homer season. So what about Cy Young? Okay, that was also Ohtani. So maybe he just won MVP based on his pitching season. Who knows? Back to the NL here. Batting title, it was Acuna. Why was he not in the MVP conversation? Maybe it just puts way too much importance on home runs, because those 55 doubles and 10 triples with that slugging percentage, you'd think he'd have to be in the conversation. And then reliever of the year, none of our guys made it. Is it rookie of the year next? It is, and it's Cade Cavalli. Nice. So we're taking home so far MVP and rookie of the year, Hank Aaron Award. Meneses didn't win that. So wait a second, that actually makes 0 cents, because the Hank Aaron Award is meant to specifically go to the best hitter. But the thing about Meneses is he only hit. He was the DH, so he did nothing but hit. So if he's not even the best hitter, he didn't win the best hitter award. How did he win MVP? Did Acuna just play really bad in the field? I mean, he did make 4 errors out there, and I don't know, there's not really anything else to go by. Maybe he was a negative defender, and that's what dropped him out of the MVP race. That's interesting. Oh, and now we're into the gold gloves here. So we didn't get the pitcher gold glove. I doubt we get any of these, honestly. Maybe a sliver of a hope for Robles in center, but that would have to be the only one. So yeah, no catcher. Dom Smith, actually, I forgot about him. Solid defender, but he comes in second. Nobody at second. Not a third baseman, but somebody dethroned Arenado finally. No shortstop. No left fielder. Center field, nope, Robles wasn't there. And then nobody for right, but now it's going to be Silver Slugger, and I'm assuming we're going to take home DH Silver Slugger with Meneses. Maybe catcher Silver Slugger with Ruiz. Batting over 300? No, he finished third. Not enough homers. First base, nobody. Luis Garcia, he won it for second base. Nice. Nobody for third. Short. Outfield, nobody won for outfield. Trace Thompson, though. Wow. And that's it. Those are all of the awards. We took home some hardware this year. Not just the World Series trophy, but MVP, Rookie of the Year, couple Silver Sluggers. That was a good year for the team. But yeah, guys, that is it for the first season of the Washington Nationals, March to October, and what a season it was. So now we have to hop into the off season of next year. I don't know what my plan is right now. I might take a couple days off from this series before we start the off season, but I am not looking to make it a long break. And there might not even be a break from it at all. I'm not sure yet. But guys, that is it for this episode. We did it. We won the World Series with this team. I don't believe it. I hope you guys enjoyed this ride as much as I did, but the ride isn't even close to being over yet because we have so many more seasons of this to go. But as always, guys, make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. But yeah, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching today. Thanks for watching this season so far. And guys, I will see you next time.